So I'm going to begin building my new computer, which consists of a Z97P motherboard from Asus and an Intel Core i7 4790K. And we'll be using this memory here, Corsair XMS3. This is 1600 MHz. So I've never done this before and not all the parts have arrived yet, but I'm going to install the processor today and I'll install everything else when it all arrives. So that's this out of the box. You can see the pre-applied thermal compound there, but I'm going to be using my own cooler. It's quite a big one, but I've not got that yet, so I'm going to install this. Hopefully I don't break it. Quite weird how they package these things. They have a lot of protection, yet the processor sits right at the outside. There we go. Make sure you're grounded by regularly touching something metal such as a radiator pipe. So here we go. That's the processor there. You probably can't see that very well. The first thing we need to do is move the protective cover, and that just pops off. I'll remove it last minute just so we don't get any dust falling into it. Now always handle these by the edges, try not to touch the top, because if you get grease from your fingers on that, it could affect the thermal compound. And that arrow there matches up with the arrow that's on the latch. So we'll put this back just now and actually open up the holder for it first. Right, so I better get above it and just sort of drop it in extremely carefully. I cannot see any damaged pins. Everything there looks very good. That's how it should look. Just check and check again to make sure everything's fine. And I'm just going to touch this with my fingers. You weren't meant to do that. So I'll have to clean it with a little bit of alcohol. But that's not too much trouble to do. You just use a good quality isopropyl. But that's it in just now. You might hear a slight noise, but that's fine. And I'll just leave a cover over it like that, just to keep any dust off it. But this cooler unit, I feel it's just a little bit too small for a processor as powerful. I'm sure it is sufficient, but by using a cooler this small, it's probably going to run at a bit of a higher temperature. So I'm just using a much bigger cooler, simply because I want it to run at as low a temperature as possible. I was going to water cool it, but I wasn't wanting the risk of a water pump failing or something else going wrong or water getting splashed everywhere. I'm actually thinking about building this without a case, and it will just sit in the computer desk behind the monitor. So this here is the screen that I will use, and the motherboard and the power supply will just sit there behind it. I don't want to sit the motherboard on though, to, you know, sort of like stop dirt from getting into the other side of it. I've got packing foam, quite good packing foam actually. I've got lots of this stuff here. I was thinking about sitting on top of that with maybe something anti-static on top of it, and that should be okay. I've been discussing it, and they say that, well, both sides of the motherboard can get quite hot, so that's what I've heard. But the heat sinks are on the top, so I'd imagine most of the heat is going to come out the top. You're hardly going to get very much heat coming out the bottom at all, I wouldn't think, so it should be okay. By the way, other people are talking as if the foam would melt. But if I'm going caseless, then I'll need to get myself some more USB ports, which will just plug in here. I think they just go in there, on one of those connectors, and then I'll have them on the end of a cable. But failing that, I can always just go down to PC World and buy a case. So today the power supply arrived, and it's a Corsair CX600, and I also got a SanDisk Extreme Pro solid state drive, 240 gigabytes, so that should result in, well, in theory anyway, blisteringly fast application load speeds, as well as the computer hopefully starting up quicker than a phone. So the power supply, it does comes with everything you need, as you'd imagine, and this is what we get. So I'll open all this up a bit better, and we'll have a look. Yes, a new computer is long overdue, because this one is getting really quite slow, and I think it's got problems with the graphics, because sometimes when I'm using Firefox, things will just go black, and if I'm watching a YouTube video and then I click over onto something else, it all goes black, but you can still just see the YouTube video playing, and yeah, just lots of weird graphics things start happening. So the power supply that I ordered, I think I've received something slightly different. It's the Builder Series one, that's what I ordered. Yeah, I thought I'd ordered something that was a modular power supply, so you could plug in only the cables that you need. No, I didn't. That's fine. I've received the correct thing. And there we go. That's pretty much all there is to it. Well, as you can see here, this is issue started. It's like the graphics is not refreshing. So yeah, it's a bit strange. Like the close button's not there. See, everything is just getting sort of mashed together. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, that. Hopefully, probably it'll be as simple as installing the operating system again. That might actually fix it, because this computer, it does have a lot of stuff on it. So until my CPU cooler arrives, I've installed Windows 8.1 to this. So let's see how quick it starts up. Yes, literally faster than my phone. That's amazing. I've never seen a system start up so quickly, apart from that crazy YouTube video where someone raided a load of these together. But that is amazing. I know it's an unfair comparison because my old system has obviously got heaps and heaps of crap on it, but that is remarkable. Now, as you know, Internet Explorer is a brilliant browser for downloading Firefox with. This is unbelievable, this is just so fast. What a difference. So this is where I'm up to. All the parts are here. I'm just installing this cooler. And to install it, simple, we'll just put the black plastic bit on. And it's like it's got 3 holes in each corner, so I was using the middle one. Then you put these creamy coloured bits in, and then you've got this sort of little blade piece, and you just match it up with the horizontal hole in there and just push down. Just check that's right. And once you've pressed them all in, they should look like that and just face inwards. And that is now applied. You just unclip the fan and then you just set it down on top and put the screw in on each side. And with the graphics card, that's fairly simple. Just choose a free PCI slot. Just to find which one fits, though, because there's different size PCI slots here. It's looking like it could be this one or this one. Seems to fit in this one. I don't think it seems to like the other one. Then I've got an issue that I want to make this caseless, you see, so the motherboard is going to have to be raised up on something, so I cannot put this in just now until I get material to put underneath this, because that card is sort of that bit sticking down, so I'll install this maybe later on. Now we are ready for the first power on, I think. I don't have a switch yet, so you just short these two. Well, something's happening. Oh dear, it's saying no CPU installed. Sorry, that says new CPU installed. I was going to say. Right. It helps if you actually plug in the hard drive. So I've got a solid state one in the back there. And we'll just set up Windows. So I decided to go and get a case. This one here. I'm just setting everything up just now, and then I'll put it in the case. I think I'm going to use HDMI rather than the VGA cable I'm using just now, because things seem very slightly blurry at the edges. It's very difficult to notice, but it's like there's about a pixel's width missing at this side. So I'll try it with HDMI and see if that improves. Yes, the HDMI is perfect and sorts that out right away. So let's see how quickly it shuts down. Right, now we'll see how quickly the switch is on. There we go. Quicker than a phone by quite a bit.